Hey guys, what's up, and welcome back to another episode of Robot Rumble 2. This is going to be episode 5, and in today's episode, we are going to be creating a hammer robot. Now, as of now in this game, since the game is still in super early alpha, there are no damages that are met between hammer robots. So if a hammer robot were to throw down one of its spikes or hammer or whatever it is, it won't cause any damage. So we're not going to be testing out this robot's actual strength. We're just going to be making a fun robot in today's episode. So with that being said, I want to just point out one thing before I start this. I had recently just gotten surgery yesterday, and I've been on these medications. They're a pain reliever, and they make me feel real good, if you guys know what I'm saying. With that being said, don't expect a good looking robot, because I don't know what I'm going to be doing right now. This robot could end up looking like a complete fool and just a mockery, but it might look great in my eyes. So with that being said, let's jump into making a robot in the workshop. Alright, we are here in the robot lab, and this is going to be an interesting robot today. Not only because it's a hammer robot, but also because of what the comment section said last episode. I also want to point out before I read this comment, you guys are doing a fantastic job leaving me comments. I am so happy with what I'm seeing. There's so much happening in the comment section, and it's just all making me super happy. So with that being said, we got a comment left by Uncaught Type Error. They wrote, "Hear me out. A bot the size of Huge, but instead of a vertical spinner, there's a single hammer in the middle that, when fired, does a single high-speed rotation and punts whatever is under it like a golf ball." Whew, okay. I just want to point out, this is kind of ironic because I know I shouldn't be outside a lot when it comes to getting a surgery. It wasn't a serious surgery, so no need to worry. But I was just playing golf today. I work at a golf club, so it's kind of fun. I get to actually create something that I just did, and I kind of understand a few things. Not a lot. I'm terrible at the game. We're creating something like Huge, which in my opinion is ridiculous. Huge is just a weird looking robot in general. I'm gonna throw up a picture real quick. That's Huge. Like, I have to create something similar to this. Oh boy. Oh, Uncaught Type Error. How dare you? This is what I kind of came up with the chassis. It's gonna be hard to really do. I'm actually gonna have to end up stretching it. So once I'm done with this, I'll let's see if I can figure this out right here. I'm gonna actually select the whole thing, and we can from here stretch everything out how we need to. And this is what I was kind of planning on doing with this robot. So I'm kind of having a design that's somewhat like this. It's going to be like Huge, so it's going to have two ginormous wheels on each side, and it's gonna, instead of having a spinning disc in here, which this is going to be the center of the robot, it's going to have a swinging hammer that is most likely going to start in the up position and swing around the bottom and make contact with whatever robot's in front of it. So we're also going to need to have support, not because the two wheels by itself are not going to just keep this robot standing, especially with a spinning golf club or whatever. We're gonna need a lot more than just two wheels to keep this robot upright. And if this robot gets flipped, I want it to be able to work backwards as well. So that's gonna be a whole project in itself, and we're gonna try to figure it out. I don't know, it's gonna be a tough one, but we're gonna do it. Okay, so the only way that I truly know how to make a hammer robot, I've tested out with like one or two hammer robots, but because there's no damage in the game thus far, I really just haven't been focusing on them, just because my creations almost seem pointless right now, but obviously they're going to add damage in the future for hammers. But what I'm thinking is to use this rock and pinion piston and turn it upside down. So usually I have it facing upright to where the hammer would swing down. So let me just get a little thing, and I can show you guys how this is going to look. Okay, so we have the robot in the background, and Like I said in the preview episode, if you're trying to figure out how everything works, you can kind of set it up like this. So we're gonna, oh boy, we're gonna want to try to mess around with this, but we want the weapon to start here and pretty much end on a different side. We're gonna figure it out. I think I got everything that I wanted. So this will be the spinning golf club in a way, the hammer part. This is the rock and pinion. So I'm gonna have it starting up like this, and then I want it to not slowly, but I want it to swing down like this and end like right there. So we're gonna be doing pretty much a full rotation with this. And it kind of looks a little wonky right now, but I think we could get this to work. And then if we have this down here, I don't know. We're going to have to figure it out. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Well, we figured that part out. It ain't going to look pretty, but we're doing it. So the big thing about Huge is it has two big wheels. Now, what's the best way to have two big wheels? It's to have two big motors as well. That's what I'm guessing. So I'm going to put down two pancakes. Now, this could be the absolute worst call, but I don't really care. I'm going to kind of mess with it and see how it works out. This is the smartest choice on paper for me. And we're going to have a giant robot. I'm just going to say, heads up right now, this robot is going to be huge. As in the robot we're almost creating this after. So, yeah, get ready for that. Oh, boy. Yeah, I think we kind of figured it out. Oh my gosh, this is actually insane so far. I'm actually surprised that this is somewhat coming along, but we'll figure it out. This is looking ridiculous. Unfortunately, we have to make this robot, the wheels at least bigger, because if we're gonna have something that's almost just as long as this, and if we swing this down right now, it's gonna clip through the bottom and just hit the floor when it tries to swing. What we have to do, in my opinion, is we're gonna have to bring the motors down, or at least midway through. And we're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to make these wheels bigger. These wheels are gonna have to be bigger, guys. Oh boy. I think this is as big as I can make the wheels morally, because if I make them any bigger, it's just gonna feel wrong. It's gonna feel like all wheel, nothing else. So this is as big as the absolute most I'm going to be making these wheels. And if this still clips through, which it seems like it does, yeah, it does. Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to raise this. So we'll just do this. We'll make this part higher. Okay, we got it, guys. We got it. So I got the starting position to about right here, so you can see that right here. And obviously this isn't what we're going to be using. But then when we swing it to its end position, so it's going to be, hold on, let me get a better angle. The wheels are in the way. So we're going to swing it. It's going to come down, and it's going to make contact and end like that. And hopefully it'll punch whatever robot is in the way and just knock it back super far. This is a crazy robot so far. I can't believe we're actually doing this. I still need to add tires to this actual robot itself. And I'm going to do the narrowest possible. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Wow. This is insane. This robot looks insane so far. So, a big thing about this robot, is for Huge, I should say, is the material. The wheel material for Huge is made out of, if I can even select it, the UHMW, which is poly something something something. I forget what it's called. But it's a very bendable material. So I'm going to definitely make the wheels out of that. Hopefully they won't break as easy. Now I can't do anything about the actual tires itself, so if those break off, that sucks. But whatever. And I also noticed I haven't done anything yet besides add wheels and the motors, and we're already at 68 kilograms. So we have to still put in tanks and everything and batteries. So this is going to be a fun robot to make because we're going to run out of room very fast. So I did a little bit of work off camera just to see how I can get this robot exactly how I want it to go. I've been worrying that because of this hammer that is going to be swinging down, that this the robot itself, not the wheels, the robot would be swinging around with it. And in that case, it did. So I set up these little pillars, and I have nothing connected inside yet. So it's just going to be a loose swing like that. But it works. Everything's working so far. I got the right length, and I added a driver right here, a driver head. And I tried my best to do a shape that was somewhat similar to it, so it looks like a golf club almost. So we got that going, and now all we have to do is just fill it up with the insides and then work on details. And if you look up here, I have, what material is this? I have this set to the same material as the tires. And I don't know, something about it is crazy. We're already at 103 kilograms, which is crazy. I haven't done anything inside. I still need to add tanks, batteries, and all the electronics. So I'm going to have to really focus on this and try to get it exactly where I want. So I'm going to start adding batteries, and hopefully that can get it to look better. So I got the tanks all set up, and now all we have to do is hook it up, I believe, and we're solid. So I'm going to set it all up, and I'll meet you guys all in the testing. I'm back, and I've been kind of messing around with it. This is a stupid robot, but I'm in love. So I can't move it. I mean, I can move it, but it'll just tip over. So I'm going to have to come up with a better way of doing this. But it kind of works. It's so goofy. That's why I love it, though. It's goofy, but I love it. So I put these two panels down. So I'm going to remove them, actually. And I want to show you guys exactly why I have them here. Because of that. It just tilts wherever it goes. Oh god. This could be the weapon itself. I need to figure out a way to get the robot to stay up so it can do its full swing without it tipping over in a certain way, if that makes any sense. And I think the best way that I can do that is with those bars. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, this is turning into something that I never thought I'd have to mess with in this game, but I'm okay with it. The reason why is because I think I got it now. If I didn't get it before, I would have been really sad. So what I did was I removed both of these little wedges, and then I added two new ones, and I made them a heavier material. So the robot isn't going to be fast itself. So this is like max speed that it can go. But once it lines it up, it'll swing a very powerful throw. And even if, let's just say, the robot flips over like this, it can just upright itself without any move. It just has to move forward to do that. Now, sometimes it does get caught up like that, which can be fixed, and so just sometimes it gets caught. That's the only thing. It just hits the floor instead of in front of it, I guess. Obviously, I'm overweight for this. I don't really know what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to find something like the material itself to take away. I might have to lower the weight of this. I'll mess with it later on, but I wanted to add some detail. I obviously can't because this robot is so overweight right now, but I'm not going to keep this white. And I'm going to call this robot FORE. As in when like you hit a golf ball really bad and somebody's in the distance and you're like, FORE! You know what I'm saying? The only really thing that I want to do for this robot is hide this. And I'm just going to add a couple shapes. I already hid the two motors that were right here. The pancake motors to power the wheels. So I already put the like half cylinders over those to kind of make a like a skateboard shape, if you will. And so now I want to do something up here. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I'm loving this power though. I feel like this can definitely work out. And we need to color this, and I think I have a good color scheme of what I want to do. So let's color this bad boy. Alright, so for colors, huge is all white. White and blue, I believe. We're not going to be white or blue. I'm thinking we're going to be green. Green and something else. I like green because that's the color of the grass. So I'm going to do green for the wheels. Or at least for one of the colors. And then for the other color, let's do... Ooh. Ooh, I love this. I just accidentally clicked the color and then it turned into this. Yeah, I dig this color. So we're going to do green in this like almost cyan, dark cyan color. So let's fill all this in and see what happens. Ooh. Ooh, I love this. I don't know what it is, but about these two colors, they go so well together. Something about it. Something about it, guys. Ooh, I like these lights. I'm keeping these lights on. Alright, and there's just one last thing that I want to add to this part right here. And it's not even really necessary, but I want it to look real, like it has support. So I'm just going to add a wedge right here. So it looks like a little unicorn almost. So here's our robot. It's a little stupid. That's okay though. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's 132 kilograms, but it hits a far drive, if you know what I'm saying. It can definitely hit far. I'm gonna try to lower it as much as I can, and the best way to do it is literally if you want to lower the weight of a robot, click on something, go over to thickness. First of all, make sure it's a certain material that you're okay with. I know cardboard is like the worst, but the actual robot Huge from BattleBots uses UHMW, which is polyethylene. That's what it's called. I figured it out. Polyethylene. That's what UHMW is. So that's what we're using. But anyways, to cut down the weight, just lower the thickness. Now, if you're below what we learned a couple episodes back, I actually believe it was last episode, if we're below 1 thickness, it won't have a hitbox. So let's just set it all to 1. Everything is going to 1. And obviously, if you keep track up here, it's not going to change much of a difference, but that's okay. Alright, so I got, with the entire chassis itself, I got it all down to 125 kilograms. I am still 15 kilograms above weight. The only thing that we can really mess with now is this part, which I have set to 8, and the actual weapon itself. So I'm going to set the bar down to 1, which I did nothing actually. That had no effect. So what do we do if we set this down to, let's just say 3 for now? Okay, that brought us down 10, so we're only 5 away. And then this is so let's do 3 for this as well. So if we set everything to 1, it comes out perfect weight. This is actually insane. This robot's a funny one. I wish I could have more weight on the back, but it's literally all because of the wheels. The wheels are the reason why this robot is failing, essentially. Now, I might do some later changes in the episode, or not in this episode, but later on when this episode is released, just because when I take my finger off of the W key, which is the go forward key, it just falls forward. So with that being said, let's jump into my favorite time of the day, the nuts and bolts time of this episode. We're just going to be adding nuts and bolts to any place that we can. My whole thing about this is this robot is so big I can't even see where I want to place the nuts and bolts. So that's a big problem for me. Some nuts and bolts right there. Some nuts and bolts right there. Nuts and bolts. Nuts and bolts, slide them over. Nuts and bolts. Nuts and bolts. Nuts and bolts. This robot didn't really need a lot of nuts and bolts, honestly. Just because of the weird design that it is. This robot is insane. I will admit, it looks cool. It looks really cool. I just don't think it's practical. But that doesn't really matter in this channel, okay? Nothing has to be practical. This robot can definitely win by not getting hit. That's a big thing. And then it could punt a robot from across the arena, it seems. Yeah. Not my best robot. By far, not my best robot. It looks pretty decent. I like the color combos. I can't even get all of it in screen. I have to zoom out this far. Well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was very different because of the comment that was left. I still appreciate all the comments that you guys have been leaving me on this channel. It means a shit ton to me that you guys are doing this. It's helping me get more engaged with robotic combat videos, and it's just fun in general. So with that being said, guys, in the next episode, we are going to be doing just random robots from now on. I'm pretty sure we have done most robots, the genre of weapons, but other than that, I'm just going to start doing, there's a bunch of comments that have been left, and now I'm just going to start creating robots from the comments that you guys have been leaving. there have been some awesome ideas, and I can't wait to do it. But with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, this really weird one of me being high on medicine and making a really stupid robot. And yeah, that's pretty much what happens in this entire episode. It barely works. It barely works right now. So, please leave a comment down below. Tell me how you like this video. Tell me if you disliked it. Tell me what you want to see in future episodes. If you have a bot request that you want me to make in a future episode, leave that down in the comments as well. I don't require likes or dislikes, but if you want to do it, that would be awesome. Other than that, I hope you guys had a great day, weekend, whatever you are having right now. And with that being said, have a good one.